Mates, what an absolutely gorgeous day, beautiful day. I mean, it's wet, it's cold, but it's amazing. Do you want to know why? Because it's not my day off. So I can finally get stuff done, right? How you all doing? Today is the day. I've got some audio to go through. It's the audio from the 12th, Saturday the 12th. Right, it got delivered late, and I wasn't going to do it over my weekend off. Right? But I have been hardcore dreading this. It's a simple project, but I've been hardcore dreading it because one side of the recording was done using an audio setup that I'm not particularly happy with. I think it's a rig that may have been used like once before, briefly. Everything that could have gone wrong went wrong from the groove I get. Like, the live side of it was broken, and after the recording I was told it was broken. My biggest fear is audio drift. So there's a sync point in it, right, and then there's a sync point at the end, and then basically just line them up, and they should, in theory, the point at the start should be in sync, the point at the end should be in sync, but drift is where, well, they're not in sync. Like, the start point might be in sync, and then over time, because of the way computers and devices all read time differently, they all count time differently. Over an hour or so, it could be like a second, half a second, whatever, they are still out. There is drift that occurs over a period of time, and you have to correct for that. You can just cut and slip and stuff. So cut it and then say, oh, we're starting to drift here, find the drift point, cut it, pull it back, now it's back in line again. Oh, it's starting to drift here again, cut, slip it back. That can prove to be a bit of a ball ache. That can take some time. But I'm hoping we're all good, but we should be. Look, I can see the sync. Right, so here's the first one. Here's where it starts to be in sync. Ready? That's what I lined up with. That's basically nothing. That's fantastic. Drift was the bit that I was scared of the most, because that's the most fiddly bit to correct. You can always pitch shift it, but I hate pitch shifting. So then realistically it's clean up. Little bit of clean up. I haven't been told to do a huge amount, and then maybe EQ compression, limit it, deliver. Now this would be, in fairness, this would be a lot worse if there were like, there used to be 3, 4 plus tracks here. There are other things that are done where there's like 3 sets of video, 3 sets of audio, and all that kind of stuff. And realistically as well, this is done remotely, so it's been synced up with a clock. And the clocks aren't always accurate either. But this one's turned out pretty good for such a disaster piece setup, which had mismatched sample rates and all that kind of stuff. This is, well, I say this is alright, just from the sync points this seems okay. Oh yeah, but then there was apparently the recorder got overloaded, so there might be some parts where there just wasn't any audio, so it might have just had, the playhead might have stopped, time was still going past, but the playhead might have stopped. I didn't get the full groove of what had actually gone wrong, but I don't know if it had recorded nothingness, like the playhead kept moving and recorded nothingness, or time had passed and the playhead hadn't moved. If the playhead hadn't moved, I'll have to correct that manually, but Alright. I can do this. Done. Not ideal, but done. That was not as bad as I was led to believe. Not even close. I mean, again, not ideal, But that could have been a lot worse. And considering the conditions, smooth enough. I mean, it was only an hour long, so I skimmed through the entire file, and that was okay. It was okay. A little bit of EQ, noise reduction, compression, whacked on a limiter. Tried to make things as balanced. There's a little bit of room echo in there. It's alright. It was okay. It was okay. Actually, I'm really surprised how well that came out. Damn. Give it 6 months and I'm like, no. But considering how bad I thought that was going to be, how much I was dreading that, I think that's everything done. I think. Actually, given us, really, honestly, that's pretty much everything done up until Saturday. So, I've kind of got free-ish time. I mean, I've got a stress test Belial tomorrow, or I'm going to try and stress test Belial tomorrow, the PC. But so far it's been pretty stable, albeit I haven't realistically kicked the ever-loving soddery out of it yet. And I did that with Doom within minutes of setting it up. So there's a groove tomorrow. And actually thinking about it, I've got some critical reading to do. And I've only got maybe 8 weeks to do it. Ish. Or 8 weeks to complete it. But then, so that would give me approximately, I'd have to read 2 hours a day. But then that wouldn't really be enough either, because at 2 hours a day I'd be finishing right at the end of the deadline. So I'd have all of the knowledge required, like, too late. If that makes any sense, like realistically, I'd need it in the. I'd need to finish reading much sooner than that, so I'd need more time to read. And I don't really know if I have that. But then again, like as I said, I've actually done everything I realistically need to do for the rest of this week, ish, kind of. If I really push it, so maybe I could squeeze a few extra hours out, and. Realistically, the reading is just me being a dick. Because I've got some pretty horrible... There's this really not right groove going on right now. It's nothing serious. I want to just throw out there, okay? Because I occasionally talk about this kind of stuff. It's this thing. It's this thing. I want to know how anyone gets away with this. So, critical reading, not of this, but I hate this. If anyone offers this to you, no. I like to study, religious texts and historical documents and that kind of stuff. I like to understand how people think, why people think what they think, and I don't like this at all. So I'm reading not this specific version, but this. This is right now. This is the Message, which is it's a Bible. It's a translation of the Bible. This is Baby's first Bible, I guess, or Fisher Price my first Bible. Bible in super simplified English or modern English, although I will be going through the is it New International and King James, among other things. Why do I do this kind of stuff to myself? Because days off suck. Time off really sucks. And I just a bit of thought, really. Thing is, time off for me is, what do you do to fill the 4, 6, 8, look at me, I know I'm on vacation, like hours of the day that you would normally, like, what do you do to fill that time? Because you go to work, you work for 4 hours, you work for 6 hours, you work for 8 hours, you work for more hours, 12, 16, what, long time, you spend a lot of time working. What do you do to fill that time that isn't just like, Netflix? Like, you're not watching a box set, it's not really a box set, but you're watching like the equivalent of a box set on Netflix. Why? And like, on days off, I'm like, I don't have anything to fill that kind of time. Even if I was to hang out with your kids, hang out with the family, yeah, but my kids change their minds like flip of a coin, man, what they want to do. So, like, my kids ain't gonna want to hang out with the dad for like 4 hours, 6 hours. They'd get bored. They'd be like, nah, mate, I want to go do this. No, we can't sit there and play TF2 for, 4 hours every weekend. Even if I'm playing Tekken with my big human, he ain't gonna want to play Tekken for 4 hours straight. Oh, man. I know, it's just... Oh. So I got a video today of our allotment. We had that big storm the other week. Turns out the allotment's trashed. Polytunnel didn't take off because all the stuff on the outsides was taken off. But the greenhouse, that's broken. And there was shelves in there, and anything that was on the shelves, it's not on the shelves anymore. That's going to be the start again kind of groove, I think. The family allotment. That might be something I can put time into, I guess. But yeah, do the stress test Belial. I've done all. Oh, mate, was there anything else? Is there anything else? Critical reading. It is just being critical. Bollocks. I'm sure there was something else. There's something else I'm supposed to remember, something else I was supposed to do, something else I'm supposed to say. And it's just kind of gone. Vanished. Watch how in a couple of days I'm like, I didn't do the thing. Oh, mate, no. That's going to play on my mind something crazy. There's a gap there, but I don't know what the gap is for. But I know the gap is there for a reason, but what was it for? Sod it, I am going to go to the bed. I'm going to get in trouble. I know I am. I've gone and forgot something now, and it was probably... it might have been really trivial. It's that really tiny thing that fits in the huge gap, and my brain's like, was it the thing? That's the thing. If the world explodes, I'm sorry. Hope you're well, and I'll see you all with a bit of luck in the next one. Oh, and for giggles... there's your sleep. Do the maths. You've got this. You can do it. Yeah. I've just realised it's after midnight and the watch resets the... Yeah, that. Could that have been the small thing? Oh, no!